Alex Neil, all the frenetic action you'd expect from a derby day, is it one you're disappointed not to have won?
Yeah, of course. I think if you look at pretty much every stat connected with the game, or even if you watched the game, then I thought we were deserved of a win, which we didn't get. And I think probably the frustrating thing from us is the fact that we've been very, very good going forward and scoring goals, and we just lacked maybe that little bit of cutting edge that we've certainly had in most games this season. And I think even when we did sort of threaten to score, their keeper pulled off probably 3 really, really good saves to keep the game level.
Yeah, because you look at the Championship this season, I think only Newcastle have scored more goals than you, so you are a team that score goals, but it just wouldn't fall for you today, would it?
Yeah, but we get into great opportunities. We had good chances as well at times, and like I say, when we did hit the target and put sort of good quality efforts on goal, then their keeper was certainly more than a match for some of them. So I think the frustrating thing from our point of view would be having been so dominant in the game, and then obviously that sort of sucker punch, if you like, sort of came late on. But the pleasing thing is we rallied and we managed to get back on level terms, because I think that certainly would have been an injustice.
That was big though, wasn't it, to get back on level terms so quickly?
Yeah, it was important, because when you dominate the game that much, you need to really put some of your chances away and make sure that you're leading. And then when the opposition go and get that goal, you're just hoping that we can spring back into action and respond well, which we did, which was pleasing. So, but the lads are disappointed because they felt that they more than merited their win today, and we didn't do enough to get it.
I think Mick McCarthy said before the game that a point at Norwich would be a good result for them. Did you get a sense that that was their mindset, the way they played?
Yeah, I think I think they've set up with a firm, difficult formation to break down. You know, they had 5 at the back for large spells of the game, and that's hard to break down. And sometimes you put more men forward, it just becomes a mire of players. So obviously we played with Cameron leading off the line, but I thought we had enough opportunities to win the game. Do you know what I mean? So having said that, they've got a lot of defenders back there, we created enough good chances to put the game to bed.
The disallowed goal from Mitchell Dykes, I don't know if you've had a chance to see it again. Do you feel hard done by with that one?
I haven't seen it. I've been told that it was handball, so if it's the right decision, then obviously it's not a goal. However, if it is deemed harsh, then obviously that'll add to frustration. But ultimately, the game's over. It's 1-1. We're frustrated because we felt we did more than enough in the game to win it.
And teams around you dropped points yesterday. You're 6 points outside the playoffs now. What's your reading of that situation?
Our reading is that regardless of what happened today, we had to go and try and beat Sheffield Wednesday and Saturday, which remains the case. If we do that, then we bring it down to basically one game, and that can swing either way. So our task between now and the end of the season is to give ourselves the best opportunity to get to finish in the playoffs. Now, it's not going to happen next week, it's not going to happen the week after, but as long as we're in contention and we get in there by the time the season ends, then that's certainly what the aim is at the moment.
I know the result is always the most important thing, particularly in a derby game, particularly at this point of the season, but how much solace do you take from the fact that everybody is saying Ipswich's goalkeeper was man of the match?
Yeah, no, listen, we played well, but ultimately people don't want to hear that you played well. I mean, they want to hear that you won games. So, but listen, first of all, we've got to start with a good performance, because that gives us the best likelihood of winning the game. I thought we put a good performance in. I thought we had a lot of lads who played well, and we just didn't maybe take our opportunities when they arose. So we need to move on to the next one. Hope we can play as well as we did and take the chances when they come.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you.
Cheers.